The NonStop Radio Show.
Non-stop hip-hop.
The hottest underground hip-hop and R&B show on this side of the net.
Hey man, I'm grateful and all, but I didn't sign up for this shit.
Hey man, there's a cute girl approach you over there. Are you able to keep your shit together this time and get the job done?
Better believe it, I'm on my throne, I'm on the king shit. Give it all I got, ain't no time for wasting. Cause lately I've been on my grind, that's where I'm staying. Habibi, I still shine, cannot deny, fly like a pelican. Fine specimen, my deepest stag next to Benjamin. For my family, for my brethren, and I just keep on telling them we cannot be tampered with. To keep it genuine, the tier that I'm in. Break into it, music became therapeutic. Don't say much, let the money talk, get into it. 19 with hustle in my jeans, switch it up to the scene. Africa, down south, west coast by the sea. Couple bad bitches backwood stacked with Reggie. Vibes, we got plenty, ties too many. Keep the blessings coming in, forever grateful, that's for any. And catch me if I fall so they can never
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Once again, it's your boy EMillio EgBar. And I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into tonight's presentation as EJP Entertainment presents the Artist Spotlight. You already know what it is. We at the point of our show where we are joined by tonight's special guest. But before we do so, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go follow us on IG at EJP_Entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show once again. It's your boy EMillio EgBar, and I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into yet another episode of this show. And if you haven't done so yet, I would definitely appreciate it if you go follow us on IG at EJP_Entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP Entertainment. For those of y'all that would like to check out the visual side of this platform, then head on over to our YouTube channel at EJP Entertainment as well. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we stamping our passports here today and we taking it international as we're about to go out to South Africa with this next one. And calling all the way from Cape Town, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the show, Gr8ful. What's good, man? How's everything?
Yo, what's going on, Emilio? Gr8ful, you're so good to be here. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome, man, and thank you, man. I know we had a little bit of an issue getting you here and all that good stuff, man, but that's neither here nor there now. We finally got you on the platform, man, so welcome. Definitely want to say thank you for taking the time out to be here.
Yeah, no problem, man. These things happen, but I'm glad to be here at this point.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem, man. So with that being said, man, we normally like to give this part of the episode our guests the opportunity to, explain to the audience a little bit about themselves, man. So if you would, man, the floor is all yours.
My name is Imad, first of all, aka Gr8ful. All the way down from Cape Town, South Africa. Born and bred. I've been into music for about my whole life, basically. Started out from a very young age, started playing the violin, dabbling around in instruments and stuff like that, just kind of getting my flow of things and really just getting into music and exploring my creativity. I didn't end up doing any of them though. I didn't end up actually learning to properly play any of them because I wasn't that consistent. But what I was consistent with, which I managed to find at the age of 13, was my voice. So that was something that I always carried along with me. I started rapping the first time when my brother told me to actually start writing. I was sitting on a plane and he was like, yo, why don't you rap about the trip that we just went on and stuff like that. I didn't know that I could do it, and it was very nursery rhyme type stuff at that point. And from there I just incorporated it wherever I went. So if I was going to the park with my cousins, that's kind of also another point as to where it really started. So when I was in that park, I was busy playing beats and stuff with a speaker that I'd carry around. And eventually, like the people that was also chilling, they'd come around and like I'd start rapping about like either what they're wearing or like about their names and like stuff like that. And then that's kind of when I realized, that was about the age of like 15, 16. That's when I realized that I can rap about like certain things now, and I can rap about like actual like, you know, topics. But I never really like looked at it like as much of a profession. I looked at it as more of something like a hobby. And just like a way of just like having fun with my friends. But then age of 18, just coming out of school, I went to an international school, so I did 13 years of high school, just to get my international diploma and stuff like that. But I was really just, COVID hit when I was at the age of 18, so I really just looked at, you know, where I want to go in my life, and like where I really want to take it, and like something that I'm really passionate about. Music was, you know, the remaining factor. It always has been. So I thought, you know, why not just pursue my passion? COVID really showed me that there's no safety in the world, so I just thought take the opportunity now before it's too late.
I like that answer right there, man. And definitely, you know, you're right about that. COVID changed the perspective of everybody in the world. If you haven't changed your perspective with everything that's been happening in the last few years, man, then I don't know, something's missing. But yo, definitely salute to you and all that good stuff, man. And I like the uniqueness behind your name, Gr8ful, and the way you spell it and everything like that. So why don't you, you know, tell the people out there the reason why you chose the name and the meaning behind the spelling of it.
Yeah, thank you. But the reason behind Gr8ful, just so that people get a better understanding, is first I started releasing music under the name of Imad. I noticed that was like, you know, that was my music ended up falling under another person's Apple Music and Spotify and all of those things, so the distribution wasn't working. I then sat and I did some hard thinking to myself of what can I kind of, you know, constantly remind myself about on this journey. What can I constantly kind of refer back to, and what can I constantly strive to be? Forever grateful was a saying that my dad used to say, so immediately that came into my head. And the 8 in the middle also looks like an infinity. 8 is also my birthday, so 8th of May is also my birthday, so it just made sense as to, you know, grateful being like that. It's something that I'm aspiring to be. I'm not saying I'm the most grateful person. I have my moments, but definitely I'm trying to shift my perspective in certain situations to always see gratitude and always see the lesson. So yeah, that's kind of why the name is there.
Absolutely, man. And that's what's up, man. Me and you, we both share the same birthday month. Yours is the 8th, mine is the 21st, and all that good stuff, man. So happy early birthday in advance to you, man. I know May is right around the corner, so definitely want to make sure I put that out there first and foremost. But with that being said, man, you know, Cape Town, South Africa, when we think about South Africa, a lot of people, especially over here in the States, think about Johannesburg when it comes to hip hop. So when it comes to Cape Town, man, like what makes you guys different from Johannesburg other than just being different cities?
I mean, Cape Town is its own city. I would say there's a lot. It's Cape Town and Joburg is like very much like they have different factors about them. Joburg has a lot of the hip hop at the moment, but you know, Cape Town is slowly building up to a stage as to where, you know, we can't kind of be ignored for any much further. We're kind of just taking our stand within the hip hop industry, and not only the hip hop industry, but within the music industry itself. I think what's unique is definitely the stance that Cape Town takes, the flow that Cape Town has, and also, you know, the people that kind of make it up. I think that has a big impact with it. Cape Town has its own flow as well, so so it's just taking it from a different point of view. But I would say that South Africa as a whole is really progressing, and that's something that I'll always be happy about.
That's what's up, man. So like when it comes to Cape Town, like what was it known for before hip hop really started to take hold in your city?
Cape Town, I think it's mainly known for its tourist attractions, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
A lot of tourists come down here for holiday. I know that, you know, the currency compared to other countries kind of works in overseas favor, so it's quite a good destination. Also, Cape Town has the sea, it has the mountains, it has the landscape, it has everything. So basically, it's like for all in one. I think that's basically what Cape Town was known for. I think now Cape Town is really coming up within the creative sector, not only with music, but within clothing, within like brands itself, and like, you know, just everything as a whole. Cape Town has really made some like big progress. And yeah, like I said, I'll never not be happy about that, and I'm proud to say where I come from.
That's what's up, man. I've never been over to, you know, Cape Town, never been outside of the country, you know, that good stuff, man. So what would be some good places over there that you would recommend for somebody that's coming there for the first time?
Cape Town, I would say you definitely gotta see both sides. I would say don't, you know, there's some rough sides, there's some like really nice sides. But I would definitely say be introduced to, I don't drink personally, but like if you do drink, then like go to like some of the wine farms and stuff, Franschhoek, go to like, you know, Camps Bay, go chill on the beach, Clifton, everybody likes that. And yeah, I wouldn't say go to any of the clubs, because like I don't think Cape Town has the best clubs, to be honest. So just spend time out in nature, you know. Just come out here for proper, like, you know, getting your mind together and spending time out there.
No doubt about that, man. You know, sitting here, I was watching some of your videos and everything like that, and just seeing some of the, you know, countryside, some of the scenery and stuff like that. Cape Town looked like it's a very beautiful place, man. That's definitely something I'm going to have to put on my to-do list going forward, man. Once all this craziness clears up and we could travel without any restrictions or anything like that, definitely got to, you know, take a trip over there and all that good stuff, man.
Definitely, I'll definitely recommend it, bro. And make sure to go to Cape Point. That's like where the two oceans meet and stuff like that. It's crazy. Nice. It's really crazy.
I bet. So, like, with that being said, man, have you been anywhere outside of, you know, South Africa? You know, have you traveled around, got the chance to see like other countries, or you mainly just travel within, you know, Africa and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I've traveled outside of the country. I've been to the States, which was like a few years ago.
Okay.
Been to New York, and I went to Orlando. Also stopped off in Atlanta. And then I was in Mexico. I was in Asia, I was in Malaysia, China. I was in Singapore. I was in Bali. Like a lot of different like places that I've just been able to, like, you know, kind of absorb in different cultures. It's been crazy, and like being from Cape Town and already being exposed to so much different culture, it's crazy to see the rest of the world as well, and like from that perspective. So yeah, I'm grateful, bro.
Nice.
I'm definitely planning on traveling more though.
Okay.
Definitely, 100%.
So what's been your favorite place that you've been to so far? You mentioned New York, you mentioned Orlando and everything. You mentioned, you know, Mexico and some other places. What has been your favorite place that you've been to?
I think, oh yeah, Abu Dhabi. I was in Abu Dhabi as well. Okay. I really like Abu Dhabi. I really like Malaysia as well. Malaysia is quite nice. And then yeah, you know, the US is obviously, yeah. I got nothing but good things to say in terms of, like, you know, how you guys treat people and stuff like that. So definitely, you know, US as well. New York was dope. People were real over there, so yeah, it was really dope to see.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man, because so many people get a wrong perception of what they think, you know, America is like. They think that all of us over here are jerks when it comes to treating, you know, foreigners nice and all that stuff like that. We're actually not a bad people, you know. So like, thank you for putting that out there, you know, for the whole world to know.
Nah, bro, like, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I also heard some of that stuff, but like, I didn't receive any of that treatment when I was over there. So I got nothing bad to say from my perspective. I can't speak for others, so.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. But with that being said, you know, speaking of perspectives and everything, I understand that back in November that you just put out a 2-song EP by the name of Perspectives, man. So like, with that being said, let's get into that. Now, what made you want to go up with this, you know, particular title to name your project?
So like I said earlier, with the name of Gr8ful, I think perspective has got a lot to do with gratitude and how you can achieve gratitude. I believe that gratitude is a constant practice that you have to have within your life. You practice gratitude, And in order to, there's a way for you to be able to have gratitude forever. That means that you're going to have to change your perspective in every situation that life presents to you. So that's kind of why I took the approach of using perspectives as the title. I also decided on that because the 2 songs that were released on it, the 2 singles, they are from completely different genres, and they sound almost like, you know, somebody that's coming from 2 different standing points. The approach that I took towards writing it was, one version is being a very extreme version of myself. The other version is just telling me, you know, remain humble, remain on the path, carry on. Whatever life's going to throw you at you, just be grateful and carry on. Also, the other reason is because this project itself had basically changed my perspective as to how I approach my music creation or making music. Essentially, before this project, I had worked on music, and I'd received a beat, and then from the beat I'd go and sit and I'd assess and find the pockets, and then I'd go back into the studio, record, and then from that I'd, you know, assess, re-record, back and forth. But from that moment on, which was maybe like in 2021, end of 2021, so all of these songs were only created like 2 years ago now, in 2023. But from that moment, I'd kind of, you know, been in the studio. It was my first time flying out of my city into another city. So we flew from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth. In that flight, like flying there, we got to the place, we spent a weekend there. The whole thing was, okay, we're only going to make 1 song. We're only going to come out with 1 track. We ended up coming out with 3 tracks, which was crazy. But it was my first time really being put into a situation like that, as to where I'm sitting in the studio while the beat is being made. We got to the studio the first day. As soon as we got there, I sat down, and there was like various people in the rooms. I didn't know like who they were until the very last day, but the producer ended up cooking up beats on the first day ended up cooking. I ended up writing some stuff in there. So it was my first time really taking the approach of, you know, writing while the music is being created, while the beat is being created, being there from the jump. Also, Pop Off has a few writers on there, so it's my first time that I've ever worked with writers. And to see them kind of come from different perspectives to kind of, you know, complete one objective and have this specific message to it was really crazy. So yeah, that's kind of, you know, a spread out version and like a summary version as to why the project is called Perspective.
No problem. And so with that being said, being that you had both the experiences of just, you know, writing to a beat that was already produced and, you know, writing to a beat as it was being produced, which one do you prefer more? Like, what experience do you enjoy more? Like, being in the studio with people while the music is being created, or being on your own and just kind of writing in isolation?
Nah. I'm not about the isolation vibe anymore. I'm really I prefer to be in the studio. From that moment and the whole of last year, like, we've been cooking up, and that's just how I've been, like, ever since. I prefer to be in the studio, as everything is being created from the jump. It makes me give more of myself, so that's kind of what I've been doing. And, you know, I just can't wait for the people to really hear the new side of Gr8ful, because there's a lot more to come.
Absolutely, man. So, you know, with your single Carry On that we have, and we're going to play that in just a few, I'm looking at it on YouTube, man. I see that it has well over 24,000 views, man, in just a couple of months, man. So congratulations to you on that. So, like, where has been the pulse of the people that has checked out that video and even got the chance to listen to the song? What kind of responses have you been getting in return?
Bro, I mean, it's been nothing but love. I mean, everybody's been showing a lot of love. You can see even in the comment section. I really appreciate all the love. Some constructive criticism also came from it as well. And yeah, I'm just really grateful for how people, you know, received it. Because this was a project that I was going to release differently, and I was going to do something differently. But I'm glad that I kind of went with my gut, because, you know, I think that, you know, the fruit is really coming into fruition now.
I like the, you know, when going back to the video and checking that out, I like the, you know, the Tony Montana, vibe it got to it. How he started off in the States with, working in a restaurant, then he actually took off and became the man that we all know he was in that movie and stuff like that. Is that the image you was trying to portray, or you just trying to take that and just use it as a inspiration point for your video?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you actually hit the nail on the head there. But that is somewhat the stance point. It's just simply put that, through anything you can achieve, the sky's the limit. And yeah, I was just taking Scarface as the example because, yeah, I really like the movie and some things that come behind it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely got that Scarface theme to it. And yeah, just essentially don't give up on your dreams, and carry on working at it, carry on being consistent and disciplined, and you'll get where you want.
Absolutely, man. And Scarface is definitely one of those movies that portrays that storyline that you can come from nothing. It doesn't matter what you come from or where you come from or whatever. If you apply yourself, no matter what it is, you can always become successful if you just put the hard work in and have the determination to go behind it. So with that being said, man, where has most of your listening coming from? Is it mostly in South Africa in your own city, or is it you getting a lot of international buzz as well?
Bro, it's actually crazy because it's so spread out. There's so many different listeners from everywhere, but South Africa is obviously, where the majority of the listeners are at this point. But be getting traction from all over, and it's really cool to see some people, that are interacting with it from places that aren't even predominantly English, as well as places like the UK, where people are have a different style of music and they're enjoying South African music. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I bet it is, man. Because the one thing that a lot of artists here in the States, they always say it's the opposite for them. They get their their plays and they get their listens here within the States or whatever, but most of their music, or most of their listeners and most of their fans come from other countries and international audiences, as compared to what you just saying, most of it's coming from South Africa, and then you get into international and as well, all that good stuff, man. So with that being said, man, would you ever, if you had the opportunities to be able to venture out and perform some of your music in other crowds internationally, would you take that chance?
100%. Full stop.
What would be some of the places that you would like to go to start off at?
I mean, I definitely want to go somewhere within African continent. Definitely within the States. I think all over the world, to be honest. I that's just what I want to do. I just want to be performing my music for good people, with good intentions, good crowd, good energy, all around the world. And yeah, that's just really the vision, and that's the goal for everybody to just understand the message, which is being forever grateful.
So with perspective being out right there and it's starting to pick up steam and a lot of people are getting more and more introduced to your music, what else can we expect from you going forward in 2023? What other projects and singles that you have on tuck or in the process of making up right now? What do you got going on now?
Well, let me just put it like this. Perspectives was my biggest project. It was my biggest project until now. So definitely, just be keeping your ear on the ground, and I'll be announcing something very soon, but something is definitely on the way. Last year I locked into the studio completely, just complete lockdown in the studio with the producer, and made progress within my music and found out more about myself. So definitely just keep your ear on the ground, and something is definitely coming soon. Make sure to follow all of the socials for the latest updates and stuff like that. The Instagram is Gr8ful, Gr8 the number 8 and then FVL. So yeah, that's where you're gonna find everything. But something's on the way, bro.
Okay.
Something's on the way.
Okay, I like that, a little mysteriousness right there and all that good stuff. I respect that, man. So, you know, in addition to working with Luke Goliath, who are some other producers that you may be looking to work with, or even, you know, fellow artists as well? Who else do you got in mind that you want to work with?
You guys better watch out with Soulful Clay. That's all I'm saying. Soulful Clay don't play. Soulful Clay don't play. But yeah, Cape Town's got a lot of dope producers out here. We've got Soulful Clay, Amin Haron, who's also a dope producer that I've been working with. He's also a dope engineer. We've got, just a whole lot of dope producers out here. We've got, there's so many people, bro. There's like literally so many. We even got, what's his name now? We've got Baker. He's also quite cool. Worked with him previously on a couple of projects. We've got Shaney J as well. Also real young talent, which is solid. I believe that Cape Town's in good hands, yeah.
Okay. Looking forward to that, man. So in closing, before we get ready to wrap things up, do you have any, like, you know, shout outs or any last words you would like to say to the people out there before we sign off?
Shout out to everybody that's been listening, that is supporting every creative. We appreciate you more than you know. And yeah, thank you to everybody that's been, you know, showing love and really just, you know, spreading positivity, spreading the message, and yeah, just appreciate you guys. Shout out my mom also. She's dope.
Yeah, no doubt about that, man. Shout out to your moms and everybody else out there as well. Well, Gr8ful, man, we definitely want to say thank you, man. We do appreciate you taking the time out. I know it's mad late over there, and I know it's different, you know, time zones and all that good stuff, man, but we want to say thank you once again for taking the opportunity to come here onto the show, and hopefully this won't be the last time we get a chance to have a conversation with you. When you go ahead and make that big announcement, feel free to come back, man. We'll definitely chop it up and, you know, really talk about it some more.
100%, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me on there.
You're absolutely welcome. And to everybody else out there that's tuned in and listening right now, keep it locked, because we're about to get into this next song by Gr8ful called Carry On. It's your boy EMillio EgBar. Don't touch that dial, because we'll be back with much more right after this.
Hey man, I'm grateful and all, but I didn't sign up for this shit.
Hey man, there's a cute girl approaching over there. Are you able to keep your shit together this time and get the job done?
Better believe it, I'm on my throne, I'm on the king shit. Give it all I got, ain't no time for wasting, cause lately I've been on my grind, that's where I'm staying. Habibi, I still shine, cannot deny, fly like a pelican. Fine specimen, my deepest stag next to Benjamin. For my family, for my brethren, and I just keep on telling them we cannot be tampered with, to keep it genuine. The tier that I'm in, break into it, music became therapeutic. Don't say much, let the money talk, get into it. 19 with hustle in my jeans, switch it up to the scene. Africa, down south, west coast by the sea. Couple bad bitches, backwood stack with Reggie. Vibes, we got plenty, ties too many. Keep the blessings coming in, forever grateful, that's for any. And catch me if I fall, so they could never.
When you be living like me, carry on, be strong, do your thing. When they all do your own, feel the same. Don't trip, don't fall off pace. The strength that I need, yeah, you fucking with a G, find a peace. And I'm on my grind, losing sleep. Never met anybody like me, yeah.
And when it pays, done of the days, I swear it was just a phase. In the duffel in the case, could you keep up with the pace? Could you rock with how I'm living? Would you stay down or would you go missing too? Grateful to be wishing, so I'm putting in the work. No off seasons, cause I'm knowing what I'm worth. And I'm strictly off the pills, yeah, I'm strictly off the perp. I'm just signing these deals, cause I'm knowing what I'm worth, yeah. Roll up, count up, roll another. I did it for my brothers and I did it for my family. The list ain't long, but I hope you understand me. Damn, see, sadly, I ain't like you, life ain't sweet, no candy. She just wanna fuck me in the backseat, nasty. Running like an athlete, raving out the coop. Bust it down, break the rules, break it into two. A bird's eye view, flow like water. Bitch, I'm
when
like
you be
Bruce.
living like me, carry on, be strong, do your thing. When they all do your own, feel the same. Don't trip, don't fall off pace. The strength that I need, yeah, you fucking with a G, find a peace. And I'm on my grind, losing sleep. Never met anybody like me, yeah.
Like I ain't feeling lonely, watching on my soul. Had to feed my hustle, so I brought along my bro. Would've loved to talk, must be on a different road. It's switch it like EMillio back in on the low. Reefer got me feeling I gotta cut them all off. Now I'll break the fucking ceiling, toss them out and fuck them all, yeah. Toss them out and fuck them all, yeah. Toss them out and fuck them all. When it pays, none of the days, I swear it was just a phase. In the duffel in the case, could you keep up with the pace? Could you rock what I'm living? Would you stay down or would you go missing? Too grateful to be wishing, so I'm putting in the work. No off seasons, cause I'm knowing what I'm worth. And I'm strictly off the pills, yeah, I'm strictly off the perp. I'm just signing these deals, cause I'm knowing what I'm
When you
worth.
be living like me, carry on, be strong, do your thing. When they all do your wrong, feel the same. Don't trip, don't fall, love pace. The strength that I need. Yeah, you fucking with a G, find a peace. And I'm on my grind, losing sleep. Never met anybody like me.